So this is how you use the quick selection tool, the magic wand. What you're going to want to do is not go to create new, unless you're working on a project. For this, I'm going to just use a picture of Frank Ocean, because why not? And so, whenever I'm zooming in, remember Control plus and Control minus helps you zoom in and out. And for this picture of Frank, let's say that like I want to cut him out of the background. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over right here to the quick selection tool, and then if you right click, well, for me, I don't know how different it is on a Mac. If I right click, it opens up this menu. I don't use object selection tool, I just use quick selection and magic wand. And so again, with the brackets, you can make the brush itself bigger and smaller. And what you're going to want to do is you just want to click. And so if I want to take Frank out, I'm just going to click all over his shirt. And usually, even if you click like near the edges, it'll pick up what you're trying to do. Like right here. And like right here, see how I clicked in like the middle of his head, but it's still like, what's it called? It's still like pretty much like selected his whole body. Same thing with all this text in the shirt. And now these white lines, these like white, like, what's it called? Like dashed lines help show like what's actually selected in the picture. And so if you notice right here on the earring, it's not really selected. So what we're gonna want to do is gonna make the brush smaller with the left bracket, and then cover just like around most of it with the brush, and just click. See, all of it's still not like covered basically. So I'm gonna click again. Now that's more or less accurate. And so when we want to cut Frank out, you use Control J, which when you use it on an what's it called? When you use it on a selection, it helps take out that selection. But when you use it on a blank layer without a selection, it lets you copy. So right here, Control J, and now we have our isolated picture of Frank. And we can do whatever we want to it and like make like I don't know. I know the earring's not perfect, but we can make little like small adjustments right here to fix it. Whatever. But that was the quick selection tool. Now the magic wand works a little different. The magic wand captures like bigger areas, unlike the quick selection tool. So for the magic wand, wherever you click, that's where your selection is going to start. But if you don't hold shift, you'll just make a bunch of different selections. So when you're using the magic wand, you have to hold shift and click in order to add more shit to your selection. And so this is what I'm doing right now. As I'm holding shift, I'm clicking all this stuff, all these parts of Frank that I want to cut out. And it's really weird. It usually selects shit based on like color areas, and so you have to be really careful and like click like between these like fine lines right here, because like see how the selection is separated right here. You just have to really like click all over. It's super weird, but it can be effective sometimes when you're dealing with like a lot of color. And so just clicking all this stuff. And in the cases with the magic wand where like no matter how many times you click like a little area like this still doesn't work, you're gonna have to go back with the quick selection tool or a different type of like method to what's it called, to select what you want. And then still holding shift, clicking all these areas so they're added to the selection so we can take it out. All this stuff. You can see right here the magic wand still wasn't working. There's still these little like areas that we have to go in manually and like fill in. So this is where I don't really use the magic wand because it kind of sucks when it comes to shit like that. But again, just holding shift, adding all this stuff to the selection. I think because this picture is a higher quality, it like, since the picture is a higher quality and the colors are more like precise, I guess it's having a harder time. Just like not having a harder time. It's distinguishing colors more easily and effectively, which is good and bad. It's good because like it lets you know how like high quality your picture is, but it's also bad because like again we're having a hard time like selecting areas that we want to use. And so still hold shift down, click everything you want to add, his face, his forehead, his nose bridge, everything. And so in situations like this, it would be just easier to use like the quick selection tool or a different method. Because like, look at this, like what the hell is like all this? There's so much shit going on right now. But yeah, and then that's pretty much like how you use a magic wand. So in this case, the magic wand would be better for taking out the background, because see, the background is all one color. So just like that, the whole background is selected. And then if you want to cut out Frank again, then you would right click and you would select inverse. Since we clicked only the background, that means only the background was selected, but if we click the inverse, everything that wasn't the background is going to be selected. And then Control J, and then that's it. So yeah, and then that's pretty much like this section right here. I guess I can make videos of like all the different like sections, show what they all do. But yeah, hope this helped.